Okay, so this week, you guys, is one of the biggest earnings weeks of the quarter for Q2 2019. We are going to be talking about some companies, yes, 4 companies that I think are going to really play big factors or have big roles in earnings this week. There are 156 companies that are reporting earnings. Let's talk about earnings, you guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my top swing trades in top companies to pay attention to for this earnings week. This is going to be July 2019, the 29th. Yes, the 29th, Monday. Let's get it, you guys. Hey, one more thing, you guys. I don't ask this enough. If you have not done so already, there's this little secret. I gotta tell you a secret. Hit this little thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. It helps me out a ton. Honestly and truly, you guys, I would not ask you to hit that thumbs up button if I did not think that it was important. It would help the channel. It would help me to continue to create great content and help to really give you the stock picks that will help you to continue to be a profitable and successful investor. So help me help you. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and let's roll on to the next thing. All right, you guys, so we have 156 companies of the S&P 500 reporting earnings this week, July 29th, 2019. And there are some big earnings coming up, big earnings that could potentially play a big role in the overall markets, especially because this week we are going to be having a nice little Fed interest talking about a potential Fed cut on interest rates. Now, we have not had a Fed cut interest rates here in a while, and so this is going to be big. Yeah, it's going to be big, I promise you. If we do end up having that Fed cut, the markets are already pricing in some of these interest cuts, and so that's going to be very crucial. But I also want to talk about some prices of certain stocks that if they do go up, it could have some positive news for the markets. If they go down, it could really affect the overall markets in general. So let's jump into stock numero uno. All right, so stock numero uno is going to be none other than ticker symbol AAPL, or Apple, the big kahuna of the stock market. So Apple right now is currently trading up here, as you can see, at a ticker price of roughly $207.79. As you can see, this is on the 180-day chart, and it is trading right here at the upper band of my price channel that I have had. So if we do take a look at this on the 1-year chart, you're going to see that Apple is definitely not at its overall highs. We've definitely seen highs previously on Apple of roughly around $233. So Apple is not necessarily at its highest of points, but it definitely is in the past. In this current year, the current year 2019, we are coming up on its previous highs. So I mean, if we go up here, we're talking about it's about 3.4-ish%, 3 to 4% off of its highs from this year. So I would be very reluctant to be buying Apple stock right now at this current price point, because yes, we could see some highs, and definitely it's very possible that Apple could end up pushing up higher and we could see more highs and everything would go great for Apple. What that would also mean for the overall markets is that if Apple did push up, let's say it does push up from 207 up to $214, $215, that's great news. It's going to be a great return. It's going to be a great thing for the overall markets. But there's no guaranteed plays, and this is why I would stress not trying to play options or trying to play earnings on Apple right now, because if it does drop, it has a long way to come down. I mean, we're talking, if we do start seeing a drop, that's a 17% drop. I don't think that we're going to see it just obviously just sell off to $170, but this is going to have an overall negative effect, and so I don't recommend getting it on Apple. Now, the next company that we're going to be talking about is AMD, though. So ticker symbol AMD. This is a graphics card. This is a chip manufacturing company. And as you can see, we are currently on the 180-day chart, tapping and topping out at that $34-ish, $35 price point. Again, I don't love the buy up here, but I will say if we do take a look at the 1-year chart, we are going to be able to very easily see if it breaks through this area, it is going to keep running. So If this does sell off, so if AMD does sell off, where do I see AMD selling off? That's going to be the question, right? Well, in order to do that, let's pull up the 180-day chart. We can look at this a little bit closer here. Where are we going to see AMD run off to if it does end up coming down? Well, it's going to most likely be coming down here about 4%. We could potentially see a 5% sell-off. I don't see a very massive sell-off in terms of the chart pattern for AMD. If you do take a look at AMD right now, it's holding still. This does offer a potential to run up. If we do see a sell-off, I don't see it selling off very much. So AMD definitely is in the upper echelon of where it could be priced in. Chip sales were supposed to be coming down this year. Basically, in the fourth quarter of 2018, the pricing of semiconductors was supposed to be down because the markets were oversaturated. We're not seeing that. We've definitely seen AMD continue to run up this year, and so we are kind of at a price point right now where there's some potential. There's definitely some potential where we could see this either start to sell off a little bit, or we could see this continue up and away. And I personally do believe, unfortunately, that I think we're going to see AMD, if you're negative on AMD, we're going to see this sucker continue to push up. So you might want to be cutting your losses. You might want to be managing your risk, especially going into earnings right now if you are trading AMD. All right, you guys, the next stock that I have been very, very, very bullish on lately, and this is especially interesting because we are coming into earnings on EA on the 30th, Tuesday. And I also want to mention this. Apple is reporting earnings on Tuesday, July 30th. AMD is reporting earnings on July 30th, 2019. AMD is, and then another company I'm talking about here soon, which is going to be, I can't tell you the ticker symbol yet because we're talking about EA, and this one is one of my favorites. But here on Tuesday, July 30th, we are going to be seeing earnings on none other than EA. And this is why I really, really, really am interested in EA, is because if you look at this right now, we are at the bottom half. Yes, I said bottom half of this price channel that we have been seeing it trade, and that is from $87 all the way up to $101, $103-ish dollars. So I see a lot of potential in buying EA, especially through earnings, because of the fact that we are going to be seeing this uptrend happening. We are buying it down here at support and would be able to ride this up basically for a profit from below all the way up here. That's a profit of about 15%. The reason why I like this string is this swing, not string. Swing is for several different reasons. I like this swing for number one, because of the fact that we are going to be coming into a lot of titles getting released for EA. We're going to be seeing EA Sports release the franchises for Madden here as we come into late August. We're going to be seeing the NBA franchises. We're going to be seeing a lot of different franchises being released in terms of EA. Apex Legends, we're going to be finding out what's happening with them as we hit earnings. And just the price target, if we look at the charts here on EA, coming back over here, you're looking at this and you're going, we are really towards the bottom here. I mean, if anything were to have a sell-off, let's go over here to the 180-day chart. I mean, if we saw a large sell-off on EA, we're not really going to see a large sell-off. We're going to see most probably a sell-off of about 3 to 4%. If during earnings, and this is the stressor that I really do want to stress here with EA, if we see it break through an $87 price point, that's definitely going to be the time to cut your losses, get out, sell, hit the alarm, sound the alarm. You don't want to be in EA anymore. But this is going to be the crucial point of EA, and that is taking a look back at the charts. If we can see this continue to swing up and continue to push on up, we are going to be seeing this look very well and very bullish, because that is a push up of easily 13-14%. So I am very bullish on EA right now. I think this is a great pre-earnings buy, especially because of where we are at in the price channel. And this has been a channel that has been just consistent. So one of my top buys before earnings is going to be none other than EA Games. All right, you guys, the next ticker symbol is going to be one that performed dismally. Yes, dismally, did not perform good whatsoever in 2018. This is going to be a clothing company. This is going to be a clothing company that has brand ambassadors of none other than Mr. Steph Curry. Yeah, Steph Curry, and also Dwayne Johnson, which is going to go back to my referral or kind of my intro line of, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, none other than ticker symbol UA or Under Armour. Yes, we're talking about Under Armour. Now, the reason I bring up Under Armour is going to be reporting earnings here on Tuesday, July 30th, 2019, and it has ran up a ton. So if we come over here and take a look at the charts, look how much UA Under Armour has run up, almost 32%. I mean, really in a short period of time. If you look at the charts, that's like June 3rd, like was right here. I mean, if you come back here to, yeah, that's May 6th. May 6th, right here. It was literally touching this $18.50 mark, and we are currently sitting up here at $24.55. Now, the reason that I really want to touch on Under Armour right now is because this right here, this $25 price point, is huge. We're also seeing, if you do take a look at the charts, you're seeing a consistent upward pattern. We're seeing that these highs, so we had a high over here roughly back in December. We're seeing new higher highs, and every single high continues to be higher up. Now, the thing that I want to really point out also is that this $25 price point has been major key, yes, major key for Under Armour, because if we roll back the hands of time, take a look at this chart. All right, you guys, so rolling back the hands of Father Time, we are looking at the 1 year chart here on EA. And as you can see, this is what I was talking about. This channel pattern is starting to break up. Now, as we roll the charts back to the 3, yes, I said 3 year chart, we are taking a look at where there was a lot. Yes, there was quite a bit of resistance and support right here at that $25 price point as we went back to 2017. So we have seen since 2017, October through November, or October through December, that's kind of this time frame right here, when basically Under Armour was doing well. It was using this $25 level as support, and then it had a bad earnings report. So as you can see right down here, bada bing, bada boom, we saw some bad earnings, and that is when Under Armour tanked, and it has not been able to come up since then. We've seen some resistance right here at that $22 price point, $22.50 price point. We have seen Under Armour consistently in this past basically year, since the end of 2018, continue to push up. This is where you're gonna think I'm crazy, guys. You're gonna think I'm crazy. I am going to think that we are going to see Under Armour finally, yes, finally break through this $25 level of resistance that has been just crushing Under Armour recently. And the reason why I think that's really important and why I'm bringing this up is because Under Armour, if you look at a lot of the stuff with the Rock's clothing line, it has been crushing it. It has been doing very well. Steph Curry is still very big. I think Under Armour is signing a lot of other brand ambassadors that are going to be doing it well. I'm not a big fan of the Steph Currys. I'm not a fan of any of that, but I am a fan of The Rock. If The Rock has come out with this Hobbs and Shaw movie, or I take that back, they haven't come out yet. It's going to be hitting theaters August 2nd, if I remember right. This clothing line for The Rock has just been crushing it lately. And I don't see any reason why, as it continues to get more and more pushes and more releases, that it will not continue to do well. All of that combined for Under Armour, that it's really showing great technicals. I tend to think, you guys, that if Under Armour can break through this level right here at $25 at earnings, and especially if you were to buy some stock before earnings, I think we can see it break through. If it can break through that, have positive earnings, we are really going to see Under Armour continue to soar up and continue to do well for itself. Again, I'm not a huge long-term bull on Under Armour. I'm really not. I'm not like someone that even has this in my portfolio currently, but to me, this is worth the risk to reward on Under Armour, with the brand ambassadors, with earnings coming up, with just the technical analysis on this company, and then you bring in some of the fundamentals with Dwayne Johnson's brand, with the company, just everyone that they are bringing on. So that is going to be it, you guys. That is really the technicals I wanted to bring up. If you've not hit that subscribe button yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the likes, hit that bell notification so you can get more information when I am posting stuff to the channel, and I cannot wait to catch you guys in the next video. I will talk to you guys later. Catch you in the next one. Bye.